Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I was going to try and get some sleep, but it's not happening. So I got up, got bed, and I did sausage, scrambled egg, beans, and hash browns. I did. Okay, so what does my collective need to know? I will get some sleep at some point though. I will get some sleep at some point. I just thought I'm going to have to do a reading because there's no way I'm going to sleep unless I get a reading done. So, what does my collective need to know? Okay, so they used children as a form of attack, willing to end child's life to get at you, evil. That's what somebody in my collective needs to be knowing. They used children as a form of attack, willing to end child's life to get at you, evil. So somebody, their child or children, is surrounded by pure evil. Alright? Somebody's child or children is surrounded by pure evil. Oh my lord. Okay, so what else does my collective need to know? Willing to end child's life to get at you, pure evil. Energy vamp, trying to latch onto your energy. Alright, so this is energy vampires who are trying to latch onto your energy, willing to end child or children's life just to get at you. Evil. Well, obviously, it's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But why are they wanting to end child or children's life? There is no escape for them. Prison time, alright? So this is somebody who's trying to get out of prison time and could be trying to end child or children, to stop child or children from testifying. We've got binding spells, soul ties. Alright, so somebody who does binding spells on divine masculine, divine feminine, soul ties. Then we've got starting arguments to make you look bad. They fail divine tests. So somebody keeps starting arguments to make someone look bad. This is why they could be getting child or children to start arguments, alright, and then make somebody look really bad in some sort of reactive abuse, alright, but they're willing to end child or children's life to stop them from testifying, is what I'm getting. And we've got, they're obsessed with taking your light and life. And then we've got ritualistic abuse, cult ties, coven ties, dark witches, dark warlocks. Alright, so the child or children could have been snatched, okay, and they are surrounded by dark witches and dark warlocks. They did not expect to see you get back up after that last attack. So they've been attacking masculine or feminine, and they didn't expect to see masculine or feminine get up after that last attack. Okay, so surrounding someone who's been ritually abused throughout their full life, okay, and using their child or children or any other children to attack and start arguments, and then willing to end child or children's life, okay, so using child or children, ritualistically abusing child or children, and then using them to start an argument. And we've got road accident, major collision, dangerous driving, alright, so someone in this connection is using child or children and getting them to start an argument. Alright, they could end up dangerous driving and end up in a road accident, a major collision. And we've got detective is on the case and bringing justice. Detective is on the case and bringing justice. And then we've got the assassin hitman card. Alright, so probably putting hits out on child or children as a form of attack because they're romanticising and fantasising about doing this. They could be doing this to a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, female, alright, and then we've got Virgo, Hermit, okay, chaos, trauma, a lot of trauma, a lot of traumatic events. Okay. Okay, someone is a romance. Okay, I'm gonna get it out. Romanticise and fantasise about coming on in and ending life and quite possibly child or children's life as a form of attack, linking to cult ties, curving ties, dark witches, dark warlocks, and ritualistic abuse. Persistently, okay? So they're persistently doing these rituals and persistently lying. Okay, so they always romanticise and fantasise about the next lie, alright? And then they are trying to get feminine's child or children ended. Because this is happening to the feminine. But it does happen to masculine and feminines, where they'll try and take hold of their child or children and suck them into a satanic cult or a satanic curving and ritualistically abuse them. Lying, creating illusions, okay, to bring some enemies, alright? Lying to create illusions, okay? Sneaking, stalking, spying, lying, alright? Sneaking around, stalking, spying, lying, to get masculine or feminine attacked. And then we have secrets being revealed. Could be a Virgo or a Taurus. Could have tried to make out like feminists like a bad mother. They've got a lot of bad karma from these lies. Right, so we've got a Virgo or Taurus then and their lover sneaking around, sneak attack, alright, getting involved in a hitman. So we've got Virgo or a Taurus who is an enemy, alright, and they are willing to end child or children's life as a form of an attack. They're constantly lying. These secrets have been revealed that they're nothing but a compulsive liar. Okay, trying to get more enemies to come towards this masculine or feminine from a load of lies. Now, where's that card got flipped? There we go. 2 cards flipped. And it's surrounding taking hold of some money. So they're bringing a lot of chaos, okay, because they've stolen some sort of generational wealth, and the one who they've stolen this generational wealth from, all right, they're bringing a lot of chaos, a lot of trauma, all right, and trying to end this masculine or feminine's child or children, okay, lying, and then getting the assassin hitman to pop on off, all right, lying about this feminine energy, all right, lying, because they've stolen some generational wealth and they're passing the money amongst themselves, okay? They could be saying that the one who's speaking the truth is a nutter, alright? Squirrel could be significant, but they're all bad nuts. Alright? They're bringing so much chaos and trauma, okay? Lying, getting onto hitman, hitwoman, and they're under judgment, okay? So what's going on with these child or children spirit? Then we've got 10 of Cups and Ace of Wands. So they are willing to end this feminine's child or children. 5 of Wands, it could be gang affiliation, alright? 5 of Wands, because for some strange reason, they're battling and competing against this feminine, okay? Because they took some money and they are gang stalking, alright? Because they want this destiny. They cause a lot of heartbreak and pain, sadness, depression, heartbreak, pain, sadness, depression. Wow. So they've all just flipped. Alright, death cards like proper standing out. So they want to battle just till death, basically. So they're trying to end. But I am guessing like that they do this to multiple people. They'll take their wealth. And then we've got 10 of Swords, say. To bring an ending. Scorpio, Cancer energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Moon card. Scorpio. And then we've got Empress in reverse, Virgo or Taurus. They could be lying about this feminine, if they've done this to the feminine, to try and take hold of child or children and say that she is a bad mother, yet they are trying to end her and her children, okay? And they're lying to get this done. Hexing, cursing. They want to bring an ending to any sort of like someone who's studying. Six of Cups, someone from family, someone from past, ending to someone who is studying. They want to bring an ending to somebody who is studying. They want to bring an ending to someone who is studying. You have a divine heart and soul. So that's why they're doing this. The pig arrogant, like the pig-headed, refuses to apologise for what they've done wrong. They're refusing to apologise for what they've done wrong. Okay. But they don't want this masculine, who they took this generational wealth from, and their child or children, to have any success. Alright? So like, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give this prosperity to me. King of Swords in reverse. A Libra, Gemini or Aquarius is involved. Give it to me. Give me this prosperity. Give me this prosperity. Give me this prosperity. Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. Give me this prosperity is what they're like. A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're both just as heartless and both just as evil as each other. Okay? Give me it. Give me this prosperity. They don't want it to be highlighted that they're actually attacking maybe a psychic or a medium. Alright? And they're just lying. They're just lying. Okay? They're just lying. They're just lying. Five of Pentacles in reverse. They're playing victim. Four of Wands in reverse. It's very ruthless, like family. Very ruthless hometown. Who are all involved in covens and cults. Then we've got Sagittarius energy. So they love the devil. Okay. They love lying and manipulating. So they committed to the devil. But I'm getting feminine who they have stolen from to take this wealth. They have committed to Archangel Michael. So basically, yeah, this female energy, Queen of Cups, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got Empress in reverse. They could have tried to say that this feminine is a bad mother in order to remove the children and suck the children into a satanic cult, a satanic coven, alright? And they're manipulating, lying, trying to get feminine popped, alright, and child or children, because I like, give me this prosperity. Give it to me. Give it to me. It could also be about like eggs, okay? It could also be about eggs. It could also be about eggs and sperm, alright? So they could be after this feminine's eggs. They're spreading nothing but bad news. Bad messages, alright? Drumming up a crowd, spreading nothing but bad messages, because this feminine energy, or it could be masculine, right, is speaking the truth, and they're all lying. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay, this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, they're jealous of how powerful they want to be seen as more powerful because they've committed to the devil, you see. And this feminine energy has committed to Archangel Michael. So they're always spreading bad messages, and they want to end child or children who's studying. Star in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. Nightmare. So they're trying to end child's life as a form of attack, and they're all working with Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, because they're very mean and they're very possessive. And then we've got a corrupt like church leader, and an Aries. So they work with the devils and demons, corrupt church leaders, alright. We have got actually in this connection, someone is actually a bad mother, but they've labelled the wrong one as a bad mother. They're all a set of dark witches and dark warlocks, okay? So they're studying, okay, this corrupt church leader. And we've got Ace of Wands. They are waving wands around, okay? They are conjuring up demons and the devil, okay? And they don't want anyone to collaborate with this masculine, alright, to help. And then we've got a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Bad investment, bad investment, bad investment. A very, 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 very bad investment. A lot of underhanded behaviour, alright? And then they've used the justice system to help them out. So this is going to hit the news about this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then we've got Scorpio energy, and we're getting 9 of Swords, 6 of Cups, guilty. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, look, this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They've got lack of compassion, lack of empathy, lack of remorse. It's like karmic family who sacrificed and traumatised their victims, alright? Them and their lovers. Them and their lovers. Them and their partners in crime. They traumatise and traumatise and traumatise, okay? Bring a lot of chaos. There's so much death energy, alright? But they've committed to the devil. There's a lot of people committing to the devil and demons, look. With this devil worship, like church, alright? But there's at least two churches involved in this, and they're all going to go to prison, alright? They're all going to go to prison. They're always spying, alright? They're involved in child abuse, alright? And they want to be in control of a situation, or control this masculine or feminine and try and block some sort of union. So basically, they've got hold of child or children, and they're trying to block feminine from getting her child back, and they are willing to end child or children. They took some sort of generational wealth. They're working with the devil, alright? They're working with devil worshippers who work within the justice system, alright? Someone in this connection, they're a man, and they're all about the D. They're all about the D, alright? And they're constantly studying with a gay church member, alright, and doing demons. So basically, and then someone who works in the justice system. So there's a masculine energy who's got all the child, right, and they're one of them where they like women, alright, they like men, and they like children, alright, they like to sexually abuse children. And then someone in this, say for instance a Catholic church, they wave their wand around and they conjure up devils and demons and they make sacrifices, yeah? And then someone who works within the justice system, corrupt law, alright, is helping them because they like the D as well, up the batty, which, you know, each to their own, but there's no need to start doing this sick shit, is they? But they're doing sick shit to children as well, because they use children as a form of attack and willing to end child's life to get at you. So there could be abusing the child or children and then lying to get the mother popped while they abuse the children, and they split some money amongst themselves, and then labelling feminine as a bad mother so she can't see her own child or children. It's like exactly what's happened to me. Exactly what's happened to me, darling. They're sick as fuck. They're using a shit ton of black magic. We've got Capricorn, Vega or Taurus. Alright. Using black magic. And this is this binding spell, alright? So they don't want masculine or feminine. They don't want no one to be able to defend themselves. So they bind them in spirit. They like this corruption and injustice. They've got a lot of bad karma. They're with Dark Witchy, Queen of Wands in reverse. Could be any star sign. They like Dark Witches. They do candle magic, energy harvesting, alright? They love to make people victims, alright? And through the courtroom, okay, they love to, 9 of Pentacles, fully remove people's financial stability and make out like they're not dependent. Oh, this much, she's a bad one. She can't even do, like they've said about me, I can't even brush my own teeth. Two of Swords to block some sort of reunion, helping an ex-lovers in reverse who's very manipulating, very toxic, and tried to sacrifice his own ex with warlocks. Wow. Loves to play games. Loves to play games. Loves to play games. Very, very toxic. Very, very toxic. Wants to be seen as big man. Okay? Sacrificing his ex and his own children and lying and getting hits put out. Alright? Yeah, nothing but bad news. But Feminine is committed to Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael is bringing that to light. And Archangel Michael, Ace of Cups, not Two of Cups, loves this feminine. This feminine loves Archangel Michael, but this King of Cups in reverse, this King of Swords in reverse, they love the money and they love the devil. So they are devil worshippers. We've got Mammon as well. So they're struggling with Mammon. They brought a lot of heartbreak to the child or children. Alright, trying to label the child or children's mother as a bad mother because they took some sort of generational wealth, okay? Took the child or children wrongfully through the courts, alright, with devil worshippers, and wrongfully with some sort of Catholic church, alright, to take the child or children and break the child or children's heart because they're actually a child lover. They're actually a child lover. So Archangel Michael wants these messages to get out there. We've got Hierophant in reverse. Like these church leaders, alright, they just play stupid games. They're very mean, they're very possessive. Four of Wands, this is someone who masculine or feminine used to live with at some point. We've got Hermit, Virgo, alright. So they could have a Sagittarius child, a Capricorn child, Virgo child, sorry, Sagittarius, Capricorn, alright. Hangman in reverse, they keep trying to sacrifice child or children. So someone who masculine or feminine used to live with at some point keeps trying to sacrifice maybe Virgo child because they're very mean, they're very possessive, and they love to play games, alright? And they're working to break this feminine's heart and sacrifice anything she loves because they want these gifts. Okay, they want some sort of gifts. And then we have the Moon card in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. He's doing it for prosperity because he loves the devil. Alright? And he loves to make out like his own children's mother is a shit mother because it's really pleasing him. Alright? It's really pleasing him. It's like my fucking ex. He's an absolute psychopath. He's tried to murder me and his own kids now, and it's just been going on a repetitive cycle. Even when I was with him, he was trying to kill me, kill himself, kill me. So obviously after 8 years of me having to constantly disarm him with these machete attacks and these knife attacks and sexually degrading me and trying RAPE me, I left him in the end, and then he joined a Catholic coven, sold his soul, got lost soul on his knuckles, right, to come against me in the courtroom and win him, my family, alright, ex's family, even friends, every motherfucker joined in and kept trying to sacrifice me and my kids because they wanted the fruits of my labour. They wanted my music money, okay? 9 of Wands, they love to play games. They love to play games. Alright, we've got 9 of Cups, we've got High Priestess in reverse, we have 4 of Swords, alright, and then we have Hierophant in reverse. So Dark Witches, Dark Warlocks are helping this King of Swords in reverse, okay, doing heavy spell work, alright, trying to shift off karmic debts. This King of Swords trying to shift off karmic debts, not wanting to pay his karmic debts. So he's trying to shift off karmic debts along with other people, working with Dark Witches, Dark Warlocks, like some sort of Catholic coven church. Coven ties, cult ties, but it's cult and coven working together. And using Dark Witches and Dark Warlocks who work within the justice system to help them out, and they're willing to end child or children's life. And obviously the law because they know exactly what they've done wrong. They're arrogant and pig-headed, and they refuse to apologise for what they've done because they're fucking pig-headed. Sounds like Humberside Police, Preston Police, the whole Crown Court, whole City Council, alright, the fucking UK. It sounds just like them and what I'm going through. Alright, but somebody's going to end up in a major accident. Alright, somebody's been drumming up a crowd. Okay, to cover up the taking some inheritance, okay? So someone who's been drumming up a crowd is going to end up in an accident. They're soulless. 7 of Wands in reverse. I wonder what star sign. Somebody who collaborated together. Could be an Aquarius, alright? Could be a Leo, alright? Could be an Aquarius or a Leo who ends up in a road accident or dangerous driving, a collision. Could be a Leo or Aries, alright, who's going to be in some sort of car accident from lying, look, from lying persistently, because they wanted some sort of recognition and clout for line. So we've got a lying Leo and a lying Aquarius who want some sort of recognition. They're doing this to a good mother, lying on a good mother, and Aquarius is, or Leo, got Page of Cups in reverse, is involved in some sort of child abuse, alright? Oh, so a set of nonces have hold of kids and they're lying on an empress, alright? They want to take empresses maybe work or studies or ideas, then they get onto, we've got the assassin hitman, 7 of Cups, several different hitmen. This could be hitting the news, alright? The world in reverse, they flip this feminine's world upside down, snatch everything, snatch the kids, 2 of Swords, and they're trying to block 8 of Swords going to prison for their level of corruption and injustice and how they have victimised this feminine and her child or children with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn who does black magic, who's battling and competing, alright, with a Cancer. Okay, they've got a car. Alright, with a Scorpio, alright, does hexes. With a family who sacrifice people. 4 of Swords and want to lay them down. Alright, but we've got a Dark Witch, a High Priestess in reverse, who could be an Aries. Could be an Aries. Who's got a lot of bad karmic debt. Emperor again, so heavy on the Aries. Dark Aries Witch. Okay, a Dark Aries Witch. Dark Aries Witch could be passing. A Dark Aries Witch could be passing. So it could be an Aries Witch passing, alright, could be some Leo and an Aquarius passing. Could be a Scorpio passing away. Someone who took a gift with some money under the table, look, flipped out, you just seen that come out, some money under the table, alright. They was expecting to get away with it, and they'd been putting with this work and occupation, they'd be pushing this money through their work, false, and then we've got bereavement. They've been using the business to, push money around, so they've been putting money in businesses, alright, and just passing this money around through businesses, alright. We've got gloomy thoughts. They could be making out like somebody has ended themselves, alright, but they've sacrificed them for the happiness. And then we've got military, and then we have court in reverse. So we've got false person who works in the court, alright, and we've got military, bereavement, and then we've got house in reverse. A military man is passing. Somebody's been meeting on up, alright. Somebody's been meeting on up and trying to make this feminine have to go a long way to get her child or children back, because they were scooping some money towards them, and they wanted to avoid prison. So a military person who's single, who's not married, they're about to die for this theft. Okay, so there's going to be some sort of sad news or something, receiving a gift in reverse. Them and their partner took some money, and they was meeting on up, alright, trying to drag this feminine's name through the mud, probably going to say, this masculine or what have you, this military man, him and his it was our fault, and they died. They're sick as fuck, short illness, and they're going to face immediate firing squad in order to cover up. So they're going to face immediate firing squad. Fake, false person, funeral, and we've got main person. There's no hope for them. This main male, who's sick as fuck, military man. Could have labelled this feminine. We've got good lady in reverse, because it's main person, as a bad person, but she's a good mother, took child or children in order to take money, and they'd be meeting on up, okay, trying to probably poison this feminine, okay, linking to family, and this corrupt court person who was changing legal documentation. We've got her, big water in reverse, so they cannot see their child or children, and we've got work, occupation, and pleasant letter. Even somebody who works in the mail, like for example, Royal Mail, taking mail, so they don't have to journey towards this courthouse, okay, because they want to bring grief, alright, they want to bring sadness, right. We've got house in reverse and court person in reverse, okay, somebody who works within the court who was falsifying legal documentation, they're going to lose their house, their home, their jobs. And somebody who was in corrupt military, who was involved in this theft, alright, it's going to be sad news for them, because they took a gift under the table of some of this stolen money for them and the missus, and they're going to face immediate firing squad. They're not married, but he wants to make out like he's a rich, good gentleman, and he's playing games, and his thoughts, you see, he wants people to think on his social media he's a good gentleman, but he's not. He's a fake, he's a false, he's a fraud. Took some money under the table, and there's going to be sad news for them, alright. His missus is going to be miserable, or what have you. His house is going to get taken, and he will not be seen at this courtroom, the one who's been playing this game, right. He will not be seen at this courtroom, at this trial, because he's going to be facing immediate firing squad. Facing immediate firing squad, Wants to make out like it was a suicide or what have you, but it was immediate firing squad. The ones who's got involved in taking this empress's child or children and trying to attack the child or children, alright, trying to label her as a bad person, a bad mother, alright, they've been playing nothing but games, but we've got a rich, good gentleman, his thoughts, and good gentleman. Someone from the housing, they could be involved in this, okay. Maybe feminine is going to be a rich girl, because they could have been meeting on up behind the scenes. We've got short illness, him reverse, and change. They could have been changing medical records in order to cover up, okay, in order to prolong this mother's pain and agony, keeping her away from child or children for as long as possible, so they can scrape this money, what they've stolen, towards them. So there's a lot of scooping this money towards themselves, scooping, pushing it out through businesses, alright, through churches, alright, cults, covens. They have hold of this money. We've got sad news, and we've got court in reverse, and change, work, occupation, and we've got military person in reverse. There's even ex-military involved, and they don't want to go to prison for what they've done, for meeting on up behind the scenes and using their work or occupation to abuse their position, alright. So there's even ex-military involved. Military, active serving military, and ex-military. So there was working behind the scenes, alright, to bring about falsifying, with like say NHS for example, using their work and occupation to manipulate the system to go in their favour with an ex-military. So in this cult coven, there could be military and ex-military, and they are robbing the life out of people of their wealth and taking their child or children and they're dragging their name through the mud, and they want to avoid going to prison for lying on this main female, so she doesn't have enough money to buy a house or a home, because she's actually a good lady, but this main person in reverse wants to say otherwise, wants to take all hopes, dreams and goals, wants to take a gift, them and their lover, alright, who's not married, and they've got unexpected income, and they don't want to go to prison for what they've done. So there's God knows how many people who's scooping this money towards them, alright? They're roping people in from all different areas. All different areas, but a military man is facing immediate firing squad because they want to cover up this theft. Okay. We've got short illness, work and success in love. So somebody is dating somebody who works in, for example, the NHS, alright, to poison this feminine, alright, to cover up, poison it, maybe multiple times, trying to poison this feminine to help their partner, their lover, cover up. Because they don't want to go to court, you see, so they keep meeting on up and go, oh, call him a nutter, 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 call him a nutter. People who live outside this masculine or feminine's family home, when she was having child or children, are involved. And we've got a court person, okay, and a divorced couple, or someone who's divorced, also involved in this theft. They just want all this money showering down on them. It's not even theirs, darling. It's not even theirs, okay? We've got some sick military men who are involved. So at least 2 sick military men who've been getting involved in scooping this money towards them. We've got sad news. They use their work and occupation, them and their lovers, to manipulate this. But there's a corrupt, solicitor who corrupt military has been slamming in order for them to get away with taking this feminine's work, okay, taking this feminine's wealth, snatching this feminine child or children, trying to sacrifice them, and they use children as a form of attack, willing to end child's life to get at you, evil. It's like my bloody life story. Okay, so constantly scooping this money, but we've got a corrupt church or corrupt churches and dark witches, dark warlocks in church who are all helping because they want some of this money. So basically they're going after anybody, any witches, any warlocks in any cults or any covens to get this spell work done and getting an assassin hitman, because maybe these death spells and death hexes and then trying to end this feminine is not working. So they keep trying to poison. We have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, sacrificing. I've got the full card, the innocent, alright, the youth, the innocent, because they want to take their gifts. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, they want to possess the child or children's gifts, so they use a shit ton of black magic, alright, with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, a lot of corruption and injustice. They bind the child or children, okay, they get a dark high priestess and a dark high priest to do that, and 4 of Swords, they do separation spell from mother and child or children to flip their full world upside down. 7 of Swords in reverse, they've been caught out. Okay, 5 of Swords in reverse. They don't want to be an enemy of this feminine anymore. So these cults and these covens don't want to be an enemy of this feminine anymore after they sacrificed her and her child or children, snatched her child or children, lying father, lying witches, lying warlocks, lying to get hits out because they want to avoid judgment, darling. Because what? We've got the Tower in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, because their bank account is getting drained. This could be a female officer who's bringing this to light. So there could be masculine and feminine, but I'm getting that there's a female officer who's also bringing this to light. Two of Wands in reverse. They're cowards and they're karmics. Two of Swords, they're angry. This is going to hit the news. Alright, they wanted to play victim. They wanted to play victim. They wanted to play victim. Three of Cups in reverse. Persistently spreading malicious gossip because they wanted some sort of fear, some sort of recognition, some sort of clout, and they're all involved in child abuse, Page of Cups, and getting on assassin, hitman, and lying. Two of Wands in reverse, they're cowards, that they just wanted somebody else's destiny, but they've not got the love in their heart to withhold this masculine or feminine's destiny because they're in control of their own life, their own destiny. They're trying to battle and compete. Six of Swords, and then we have Page of Wands. They've spread some sort of bad news abroad. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine or feminine. It's all premeditated. They was lacking in their own world and they didn't want to get found guilty. So we got, so they collaborated with people abroad. This is a soulless man who has took several forms of inheritances of people and then swan off abroad, alright, spread bad messages. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine or feminine, always does this. Sacrifices people, takes their inheritances and swans them off abroad to try and avoid the law, alright, and they'll do it over there and they'll be like, shit, now we're going to move over here. So you're always going to see this Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio travelling everywhere, alright, around the world, alright, and always collaborating to sacrifice people's souls, alright, and take the fruits of their labour and their wealth. They've done this several times or more. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who wants to be seen as an emperor, alright, who's now working and making out like they have their own business because this money is getting infiltrated through this coven or cult business, alright. Nine of Cups in reverse, they're a nightmare. Four of Wands, they live in a local hometown or a local community, or they live in a lot of different communities, alright, and then they always go to a church, oh my lord, who's devil worshippers, alright, and they work with demons, alright, and they attack Archangel Michael, anyone who loves Archangel Michael, to cover up their underhanded behaviour. They're going to get found guilty. A Scorpio, taking this generational wealth, look. Oh my god. And then we've got another King of Pentacles in reverse, alright. Don't want to have to work hard for their money, alright. Wants everyone else to do the hard work, and when the money's coming in, boom, sacrifice. They've done this so much, but someone in this connection is constantly, I'll put the wrong deck together, is constantly sacrificing someone, scooping the money towards them, and they fucking off abroad, yeah. They'll set up a business abroad with all this money, act like big man, starting a different community, alright, act like big man in this community. Everyone will be like, oh wow, look at you, big businessman with this big business, aren't you successful? And then they'll look around in the local hometown community, alright, see anyone else who they think is like an easy target or weaker than them, because some of these have muscles upon muscles, alright, anyone, and they'll get pally-pally with people in the local hometown, local area, reel them in, say, I need this work doing, I need this work doing. So you might see these posts on social media, I need this work doing, I need that work doing, can you come on in, come on lads, help us, and then they will get people in a local area, tag maybe on a social media or something like that, or number, give them a bell, they'll go in, they'll do some work, alright, and they'll bump them off, take everything from them, and if they think the law's onto them, shit, they're catching flight ticket, alright, they're selling the business real fast, catching flight ticket, moving over here, moving over there. We've got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, I was always in and out of relationship, alright, I don't want to be an enemy no more. For collaborating, he done, alright, because he's sold his soul, Seven of Wands in reverse. Because he's took several forms of different like inheritances, look, done several forms of insurance job, alright, Could have done several different weed growers up and down the country, and then they got drained, darling, because I'm getting maybe good law was onto them because that's in their destiny. Coward, lying, getting on assassin, hitman. Okay, 6 of Wands in reverse, a human hunting party, persistently. 3 of Cups in reverse, starting malicious gossip. They're all involved in nonsense, but it's a noncy family, alright? It's a very incestuous family, but they're probably saying that this Empress is a nonce. This Empress is High Priestess is a nonce who's trying to bring justice. But these Catholic churches, alright, they're involved. Sneak, 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 sneak. Think they can avoid judgment with this Leo, Aries or Sagittarius from incestuous family who got in on getting a separation spell done by some sort of dark witchy, dark warlock, okay? I wanted to take a gift to help an ex. So they're wanting actually spiritual gifts as well, transferring onto them, and then using child or children to start an argument to make their own mother look bad, alright, so they can play victim. So they can play victim. But they don't want to do this anymore. I wonder why. Is it because the bank accounts is getting shut down? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Nothing but bad news. Lie, 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 lie to the child or children's father. Because she's jealous of the youth. Alright, she's jealous of the kiddies. Lie, 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 lie. 2 of Swords in reverse. We've got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They was taking some sort of money. But this High Priestess, this Empress or what have you, should be working with the devil. So they was battling and competing to bring stress and offload karmic debts. With an Aquarius who wanted to expand, and they wanted to take this identity, and they wanted to make out like they was in tunage with the angels. Right, so we've got an Aquarius who's posing to be a High Priestess, and they want these gifts, alright? Hate of Swords, they go to prison, and this karmic cycle is coming to an end. 5 of Cups are going to lose everything. 6 of Swords, swanning off abroad, acting like a Queen of Pentacles, like they work hard. Look at us with all this money. Go on then, you buy this, you buy that, you buy this. Oh, we're well hard abroad. Look at us fritting the cash, fritting the cash abroad. 5 of Wands in reverse. They don't want to battle and compete anymore. 10 of Swords in reverse. They want to end themselves because what? They know they're a nonce. They know they're a nonce, darling, and they tried to. We've got Hanged Man in reverse. And the Scorpio Death card. They could have tried to abuse a child or children, maybe even a Leo, and then tried to end them. They're all wolves in sheep's clothing, right? Nothing but bad news. They could also be linking to like local news reporters or something, alright? Aquarius collaborated to sneak around, spy and lie persistently with a corrupt Catholic church, alright? Who, 6 of Wands, get on human hunting parties and get on assassin hitman because they're cowards, and they lie to protect a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio doesn't want to be an enemy no more because it's been spreading that much bad news, causing that much stress. 2 of Pentacles in reverse, very dangerous and low vibrational with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 6 of Cups, someone from family, someone from past, okay? Someone was very mean and very possessive, and they could have took someone else's studies, okay? Because this family just want to take other people's prosperity with a Leo who collaborated with them, or a Sagittarius, okay? But several different people have lost their soul. Like the Tower card in reverse, it's like being sucked out of them because they've lost the soul to the devil, the soulless. So some of these people have got hold of somebody else's like work, okay? Somebody else's child or children, somebody else's wealth, alright? and the devil's just whipped the soul right from them, and now they're a soulless being. Everyone in these Catholic churches, okay, but they want to keep it a secret. And they make deals with people in these Catholic churches to sell their souls because they want to become a star. They want to become a star. And they want to be seen as in control and stuff. Alright? And they want good people's destinies, okay? They want some sort of expansion, but they're not committed to Archangel Michael like this feminine who they took this work from. The Five of Cups, they've sold their soul, they've lost their soul. Six of Cups, someone from family, someone from past, because they're all about taking, collaborating and taking prosperity. So basically, they're very, very soulless. They're very, very soulless, alright? They make deals with devils and demons to have some sort of fame and clout, alright? Steal other people's prosperity, but why don't you give them the fame and the clout that they really, really want, darling? Let it hit the news. Let it hit the news. I'm resonating. Let it hit the news, darls. Because I'm asking my feminine and they're chatting shit about, yeah, isn't working with the devil, and they don't want to be controlled and manipulated by these dark witches and dark warlocks. So this could be why it's going to hit the news surrounding this dysfunctional family, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who always manipulates people because it doesn't like this feminine speaking the truth, and doesn't want this feminine to see how powerful she is because she keeps avoiding these hitmen. Because they want to offload their karmic debt and they don't want to lose their financial stability, what they've gained from robbery. Oh, but they've done this to multiple people, and I can feel like they've got entities and stuff like that attached to them. The illusions are wearing on off. The love spells are wearing on off. People are seeing about this sneaky, stalking, spying, lying. This is probably what I can feel. Ten of Wands. We've got a dark high priestess, or someone who wants to pose to be a high priestess, who's very involved in corruption and injustice, very low vibrational, loves to start malicious lies, rumours and gossip, and take other people's inheritance, and now they don't want to be an enemy no more. Why not? Why not, darling? Because a full world is going to see them for who they are, which is Two of Pentacles, very dangerously, low vibrational, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone from family, past, being caught out, constantly sneaking, and then wanted to battle and compete for money what was not even theirs, darling, and battle and compete to get the child or children taken, so they can be looked at as, look at me, I'm the greatest, I've kept hold of my kiddies, but you've had to lie and sacrifice and rob the life out of somebody and false report them and take their inheritance, the fruits of their labour. That's the truth. I'm telling you, darling, that's not true. That's a compulsive liar, darling. That's a compulsive liar. So they want this feminine's gifts, skills or talents, and they want this feminine to be blinded. Alright? That's the truth. Because they're jealous of this personal power, and they're pissed off when they kept spreading malicious lies and rumours and gossip, because they was jealous of this feminine's sole purpose, alright? And Aries, who gets involved in chaos magic, alright, wants to keep that a secret. Five of Cups are going to lose some sort of victory. Nine of Wands was playing games, and they was playing victim, and they got onto an assassin hitman. Because they was working with the devil, you see, trying to pull strings, but maybe, the world is going to see them for who they really are. Ah, but they're doing this to men and women, but they've definitely done a female figure, well and truly of it. They've done it to men and women before, alright, and then somebody in this connection, they're constantly having to pack up, move, alright. They do spell work on people, alright, cause a lot of drama, then they pack up and then they move. And then they're one of them where they like to manipulate, you know, because of a female dark witch who's now but a Jezebel who likes to do sex magic and stuff. They will create a scene and then they'll call the police and then they'll be like, oh look, I'm calling all these policemen, and the police will just walk on up and they'll be like, ah, yeah, because they're doing fucking spell work on you, fucking crank. Hey, they want the fucking D. Don't be dopey. Don't be dopey. The Dark Witches, 7 of Swords in reverse, they want the D. They just want big, strong man to come on up in police car. And go, you alright? When they've been getting onto a fucking hitman, darling, and playing games, the 5 of Cups, they don't want to lose some sort of war or a recognition, and they want to keep it a secret because what, darling? They've just slivered and crawled straight out of hell, and Aries just slivered and crawled straight out of hell. Dark witch. An Aries dark witch, alright. Constantly on the blower to police. Alright, creating a scene. Alright, so police have to run her off. Big man policeman, she's a dark witch. She's an energy vamp trying to latch onto all the policeman, alright, and they'll be like, ring, 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 there's a little fire in the garden, and police send it, all the fires are, police send the, what's it called? The fire brigade out for me. I'm gonna do sex magic on you. Fucking ring, ring, fucking ring. Oh my lord, she's doing my head in, but I'm resonating and all. I'm resonating and all, because it sounds just like my foster sister. So yeah, ring, 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 fire brigade, there's a small fire. Well, she probably fucking set herself, yeah, doing a freaking fire magic. There's a fire, ring, 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 ring. So she gets all these men coming round, 9 of Wands. She's just playing games, and she just doesn't want to lose. I don't know, she just always wants to get some sort of recognition. So she's doing fire magic and love magic. Wow. 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 4 of Wands in reverse. Very ruthless hometown. 8 of Cups in reverse. And 8 of Pentacles. And the Temperance card. Working with the spirit of stagnation. To stagnate what, dolls? To stagnate what? Dream magic, alright? Oh, because they've got some of this money. They've got some of this money. Yeah, and they want to avoid judgment. So they're working with this spirit of stagnation, darling. Because they want to keep hold of this money. But they've got a shit and a bad karma, darling. Anyone in a relationship, anyone in a loving, committing relationship, they're trying to, because she's a Jezebel. Alright. Does dark witchy shit all done. Trying to split lovers up because she's a whore, darling, and she wants everyone else's full well, and she's probably mentally unstable. And with this Queen of Cups and she's emotionally unstable, but she's got a lack of empathy and a lack of remorse for what she's doing, because she's an Aries, alright. 7 of Cups in reverse. We're seeing through these illusions. 3 of Cups in reverse. A lot of malicious gossip, alright. A lot of corruption and injustice. A dark high priestess who's an enemy, okay. The one who's speaking on how doing chaos magic, alright, look, manipulation to help this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in this dysfunctional family. Who'll get involved in sacrificing people, alright, because I don't want to see them expanding them and just bring the spirit of death down. Honestly, just mad that they just don't. Honestly, it's like my frigging family. And it's like, this is why, yeah, these dark cults and covens and these dark witches and dark warlocks, they need shutting their fucking down. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of having all like the magic done on me, like binding spells and sex magic and mirror magic and BLOOD magic and all this fucking magic done on me. So somebody's watching you or wants to date you for clout. Tell them to fucking do one. tell them to do one, tell them to get on the bloody bike. They're all linking to bank fraud, weaker, under investigation for years. So we've got this good gentleman. It's Queen of Swords, alright. We've got rich good gentleman, his thoughts, and we've got the sun. They're illuminating it. So this could be a male, like, detective, or a female detective, alright, who's working together. Look, there you go. Good law officials. They can see they're possessed by legions of demons. Thank God. At least it's not just me then. So it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. Not just me. Not just me. You'll be contacted soon surrounding the case by undercovers. Thank fuck for that. Thank God for that. What did you execute, Ed? They've done this before. Oh, they get lied to. They lied to get black magic done on you to play a victim. Paid neighbours to watch you, report back to them. Lie. It does say pull from Fallen Angels deck, but this video's gone on for an hour, and I have actually got quite tired, and, well, it is really late. But that's good. Good law official. So this is good. Doesn't have to be a female police officer, but could be a female, could be masculine or feminine, who's working, alright, to shut these sick fucks down, which is great. A Cancer, a Sagittarius, alright, a Leo, a Scorpio, who take people's investments, inheritances, alright, the fruits of other people's labours. An Aquarius, okay, a Dark High Priestess, who wants to avoid judgment. A Cancer, an Aries, okay, 4 of Wands in this ruthless hometown, who know they're not innocent, but they love to play that victim, don't they, guys? I don't bloody know. I don't know, but this one of the dark witches or warlocks, or definitely a couple of these dark witches, are constantly on the blower to local law, twisting and controlling the narrative, and then the police are just like, oh, Jezebel, oh, Jezebel, oh, Jezebel, I'll do anything, I love you, Jezebel. No. Anything for you, Jezebel. Anything you say, Jezebel, whatever you say, Jezebel. Come on, smarten up. Of course Jezebel's on the phone to you all the time, and hitman arrested, grassing for a lesser sentence, life insurance policy, they can't cash in on, exposed and scared, they feel empty on the inside, soulless, sold you out, so they sold this masculine or feminine and lost their soul. Postal worker took mail for karmics to claim wealth for themselves. I just can't make it up. Judge went along with these lies for a bribe and clout because you're clapped out. Clout seeker and multiple exes, ex-friends involved, jealous snakes targeted you for life insurance policy. But these good law officials, alright, can see they're possessed. You can see court member backed off after the ritual backfired onto them, and an entity is attached to them and using their body to get at you. So basically, they all need locking on that. They either need an exorcism or they've solved the soul, and the devil is ready to collect, darling. Child killer is about to be caught by undercovers. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lordy. So these good law officials have to shut all these sick fucks down inside of the law and outside on the bloody streets. Oh, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it, innit? Oh, that's just... Oh, I had to click that out. Oh, that dark energy, innit? What they've been doing. I pick up on it, innit? So yeah. And I really need a drink as well, because I'm picking up on these energy vampires. Because that's what happens as well. They just suck all your energy and everything. Like, they will, because they feed off people's energy, they will suck that much energy off you. They don't even care if you just shrivel up, like, and you go from a lovely, juicy grape to a shriveled up raisin. That's how they leave you. Okay, so smarten up, wise up. Sending peace, love and light.